posted my first video last night. It was so nerve-wracking. Final draft of the video was about 3.5 minutes, but the first draft was actually 12 minutes. I showed it to Hakim. Hakim is my husband. Honest opinion was, look, no one cares. No one cares enough about your life to want to watch 12 minutes of their own life pass by as you talk about your life. You gotta cut it down, man. But the thing that I learned most from this process is, wow, it is really difficult not to take feedback personally. Especially when it's like a personal vlog. When people tell you to cut out 8 minutes of footage from your own life, it's almost like as though it's a rejection of you. The amount of energy that is required to ensure that that voice gets silenced in the mind as you are working on the next draft, that takes a lot of energy. At least for somebody like me, wow, like to sit across the dinner table and listen to Hakim like basically tear apart my first draft. Woo! Anyway, today's story is actually about the lunch I hosted last Saturday. Menu, kimchi fried rice. These are colleagues from my old workplace. We're still close, but it has been some time since we last met. Can you see a green shadow following me? We ate, we drank, we laughed, and we talked about all sorts of things that I cannot share here. Okay, maybe this part can share a bit. Who will buy a new launch and upgrade. At the same time, she don't want to overstress herself. She knows that there will have to be some sacrifices in terms of disposable income lah. I sense that she is anxious about retirement. At the end of the day, I just want to retire well. But what does it mean to retire well? Okay, rewind a bit. We need some context for this. So one of the things that I told myself this year I will try to do is to warm my feet in the pool of real estate. Because the truth is that I got my license like maybe 2 years ago. I actually haven't done anything with it. To warm up the engine, I attended a PropNext property seminar. Wow. Have you been to any of these property wealth seminars? It's so extroverted. The guy who hosted the event would ask us things like, turn to the guy on the left and give him a high five. Every 5 minutes is like, turn around and give somebody a high five. But I am very happy that I put up with it for 2 days because I learned so many new things. And one of it really stuck to my head, that it somehow featured into every conversation that I've had with anybody. At the end of the day, everybody wants to retire well, right? But what does it actually mean to retire well? Okay, let's imagine we've turned 65 finally and it's time to retire. Our kids are all grown up and all living in their own homes with their own families. And we're living in a home that's worth $800,000. As opposed to being 65 years old, tending to the vegetables in your garden, and living in a home worth $3 million. When the trainer posed this question, I thought the answer was quite straightforward. Of course, $3 million lah. That would mean that for this same 65-year-old retiree 30 years ago, they would have had to buy a house that is maybe about $1.5 million. I get it, for some of us, I guess we would think that is impossible. But I keep thinking to myself, what if that is a retirement worth fighting for? Back to what I was saying, that revelation really made clear to me how I want to spend the time that I have right now at this particular stage of my life. I mean, my 30s, 40s. It really shed a lot of clarity on what I am supposed to do. There's a time for rest. To the ray of light. And there's a time for strife. Guess it's now my time to work.